Where they are right now is starting the project. So where they were in the spring, say, when they were developing the ideas, it was all kind of a sketch. I would say it was a rough sketch. Even if they had movement and they had things to present that way, it was really a rough idea. Now they're really testing those ideas, trying to see if they really work, if the story they're trying to tell is reading, if it's understandable. The big ideas, I think, are all still there, but right now is the time to kind of keep exploring and as they get it up on their feet, begin to see, hey, does this work, or is there something else we want to explore with it?
Your toes and your ears and your hair, it's just taking you over.
As you know, the leaders in rehearsal, Emily and Gabe are really great to work with. They sort of balance each other out in a really great way.
I really want what feels best. It really depends on the project, but for this, what feels best on their body to keep the flow going.
I feel like if I give them an action to play through their movement, like to explode, I don't know. I mean, anything that it'll give them intention and drive through their body.
I'm a big advocate that movement is the medium in which our hearts or our imaginations are guided to a larger audience. So everyone sees what they will. All audiences are different. But I believe that there's definitely a human core element through movement that can be shared.
And so the mixture of those two, of like him giving us instruction while like she allowing us to be individuals within the piece, really makes for a great combination.
So that's where I'm like seeing it. So anytime that anytime I'm watching it, and I see something that's not clear, like we'll go back to the intention.
On stage, and you're gonna fall. Can we get a little flailing?
We started with Alex in the space, and we just started with some very basic improv exercises.
Not to say that I didn't think he had it in him, but I was really, really blown away and surprised by just the how good he is at directing rehearsals, and I mean, he's really good at leading groups of people, and he's been sort of spearheading that for the past 2 weeks.
I've never had any directing experience before now.
Really?
And I've tried before. But I've always hit walls where I know that I need other people to make stuff happen the way that I am envisioning it.
The collaborators have been really, really great examples of ways that, you have an idea, you share it with the group, and then you let their ideas influence your own to make something better.
Don't be afraid to throw all those extra ideas in. Throw all those extra ingredients in to see what sifts out in the end.
And it's been interesting, he runs our rehearsals usually without speaking. So a lot of it, he directs us through his motions, through different sounds, and you don't always know exactly what's going on right away, but eventually the patterns start becoming more and more clear, and it's really interesting how we can go 2 hours without speaking, but go through 3 or 4 different exercises or games.
The 3 sort of skill sets that we all bring to the table, I think, really complement each other really, really well, and will probably lend themselves to like a really, really good production. We've got, I'm a composer. We've got Garrett Daub, who is the set designer, and we've got Alex Bodine, who is an actor. So like we've got like we've got the trifecta, I think, sort of going on.
I'm a fish out of water when it comes to music. I've tried before. Yeah, design elements especially also. I can have ideas, but it's amazing that I've now got this team that can make my ideas real things.
It really is a give and take. This process is because no idea is better than the other, but it's just you got to hear everything and then go with what we all as a whole feels best.
Recognize the importance other people's opinions. I mean, you just have to kind of drop your ego a little bit and realize that you're not the only person out there that has valid opinions and valid ideas.
If you imagine everyone holding onto a rope, someone has to be pulling a little bit stronger so that the group goes somewhere, but you can slowly guide them towards your direction. You can give a little bit of pull and everyone will follow you, but then someone else has to take over eventually.
The whole is only as great as its parts, right? But you also need a head. You can't let a project go in every single direction. It will never get anywhere.
It's the very early stages of the rehearsal process, so now's the time to kind of investigate. Pretty soon, they're going to have to start finalizing things, but that's a couple weeks away yet.